How did you use media technologies in the construction, research, planning and evaluation stages? Within the planning, I created my flat plans using Microsoft Word and annotated them. This program software I used was easy, as all I had to do was add a text box and make a square and rectangle to present and lay out my work. This was easy to make, as all I had to do was click and drag the corner of the box to change the size and shape of it. Also I chose to add some sort of colour to these boxes by choosing to fill the inside of the box to make them more effective and presentable to look at. I also have uploaded my work onto a cloud-based digital server called WordPress. This is seen as a new technology, as the consumer can add work onto this, which is visible to anyone that signs up. This also comes with advantages and disadvantages. The pros for this are that you can access WordPress on any device and can update any work and check your work. But the downside to this is that if WordPress were to close or crash, you could lose all your work. Also, work is available to other students to see, so plagiarism can also play a big factor whilst using this cloud-based website. I have also created a forum on Empire website. Here I registered as a member and created a new post for the Filmmakers Workshop, which allows me to gain feedback on my trailer, which I posted a link for the audience to see. To make my film poster, I used a program called Photoshop. The specific tools I did use was the text box, so that I could write text to show the audience what is being shown. I also changed the lighting of the main image by using the adjusting the brightness and contrast tool. This was to create a different effect of the poster to make it more sinister to look at. To keep the poster in order and aligned, I used the rulers, which helped me keep everything equal space to each other. Also, I ensured that the house style of the poster was the same by using the same colours. I did this by using the paint bucket tool and the colour picker tool for the same exact shades. The hardware I used for the construction of the poster was a HD SLR camera, which I used to capture the main image, which I took portrait. I produced my website by using Photoshop again, but the specific tools I used were the rectangle toolbox. I used to change this to black for my title, which I used the paint bucket tool. I also used the rulers to keep everything equal space, especially the tabs at the top of the page for navigation for the audience. This was to make it neater and make it look more professional. I also used the HD SLR camera to take a landscape image, which was taken in high quality. When constructing my trailer, I used the new media technology Final Cut Pro. This type of video editing allowed me to produce a non-linear trailer, as it allowed me to produce a video in any order I wished. When recording my footage, I used a HD video camera and a HD SLR camera. I then transferred the footage of the camera to Final Cut, and in order to do this I had to go to File and Log and Transfer, which then allowed me to take off each clip one by one. I edited my trailer by using specific tools like the cut button, and also adding in some effects like fade to black. I had also deleted sound of some footage. I did this by locking the video at the top and deleting the sound underneath. To control the volume of the sound, I used the pen tool, which allowed me to lower and increase sound at certain points of the trailer. I also created a soundtrack for my trailer using GarageBand, where the music is copyright free, and this allows the software to link with Final Cut. I did this by selecting a loop I liked and then dragged it onto the screen, and then exported the song into an MP3 file, which then allowed me to export it to Final Cut. For captions I used to put in my trailer, I had to make them in Photoshop and use the settings, which were film and video, which then I used the paint bucket tool to make them black with white text used, and then save them as a Photoshop file, PNG. I then clicked and dragged the file into Final Cut, which I then had to render, which was Command and R.